Good evening and welcome to the British Sim Racing MX5 Monday round 7. Qualifying has just begun, so with that said, let's pull it up onto the good old big screen, shall we, and get ready to go underway. Got a big field of 25 or so drivers and everyone heading out here at Long Beach, all at the same time. Should make for a very interesting race. Michael Seals pulled out his good old Cocoa Pops livery. That is a solid livery, to say the absolute least. And notice a few others going with the Milky Cereal liveries out there. That is Thor Tuller. Does he have something? No, that's just everything is fine while his car burns into a crisp. And he will be hoping that everything will be fine for him. Our first time seeing Thor Tuller out on the circuit. So we wish him the very best of luck tonight. I'll tell you what, this is going to be an interesting one. Oh, look at that, Kip Stevens pulling out some Frosties. We've got Frosties, we've got Cocoa Pops as well out on circuit. Some absolute classics. All we need is cornflakes as well. And then we got the good old trio. Maybe have some porridge. Some, you know the good old Quaver Oats porridge. I think that would fit in quite nicely. Wouldn't you guys agree? I've got YouTube chat up, so if anyone does have any questions, feel free to throw it in the chat, whether that is if you would like some commentary services for your own league, or just some questions about the races, or even who you are here to support, whatever it is, drop it on into the YouTube chat. The more you guys type, the easier it is for me to talk to you guys. You know, it's like a relationship, commentator and viewers. You know, we both got to put effort into it. We've got to maintain those relations. If one of us doesn't start communicating, it becomes more difficult for the other person as well, and that's when things really can start to go south. How's Michael Barry doing? Oh no, Michael, where have you gone wide? That is, I believe, into turn 10, I want to say. Maybe it's turn 3 or something. It's the tight, twisty part here at Long Beach. Through the long right-hander of, I think that is that turn 11? Actually, I think it was turn 5, and now this is turn 6 and 7. Yeah, turn 6, left-hander, turn 7. You just pull over a little bit more to the left before swinging it into the very tight turn 8. Then short stretch, go under the Firestone. We could call it a bridge, Firestone Hotel. Let's call it Firestone Walkway. And then turn 9, right-hand at 90 degrees. Then want to pull the car all the way back over to the right as you make your way into turn 10. Fountain corner, I think I like to call it, because there's a fountain on the left-hand side. Get the car back over to the left as you swing it into turn 11. Very tight, probably the tightest corner on the circuit alongside turn 8. Maybe even a bit more. So, and this is where the start-finish line is. Completely flat as you make your way down towards turn 1. I guess that's turn 12. Changed the layout of Long Beach ever so slightly. Back when I saw it, you used to turn right here. Either way, you turn left now into turn 1, and then through 2 and 3, and this is Fountain Corner. Turn 3, Fountain Corner, and then the run it down towards the turn 4. Very steep raised curbing that can unsettle the car, but as we've seen at the likes of Donington, you can really run the Mazdas over the curbs. Either way, let's get the good old grid order up. Adam Shepard, not Adam Stevens, it's Kip Stevens. Adam Shepard currently leading the way on a 132.6 at 6/10 clear of Kip Stevens. Let's see if Adam Shepard can improve on this lap. I just want to see if anyone else is out. Ben Sharp, actually, he's on a lap. His current best is was a 35.3, but it was invalidated either way. 35.3, not particularly a quick lap. So I think he's just made his way through. That's the final corner of turn 12. So let's see what this lap is for Ben Sharp. No longer your championship leader, because apparently it's Alan Toon who is 1 point ahead of him in the championship. How that happened, I do not know, but Alan Toon is now officially leading the championship. And Ben Sharp puts in a 1:32.6, gets very closer to the back end of, I believe that was Andrew Jebsen. Yes, it was indeed. Oh, Jamie Gulliford, he's just loaded on into the session. Jamie Gulliford, usually one of the drivers up in that top 10. Who else is out that we usually see towards the front end? Charles Kellyman in the green optical car, number 67. Current best of a 1:33.5, just under 9 minutes remaining here in qualifying. I tell you what, when you get the camera view of the cars that are pulling away from the camera, it almost seems like the cars aren't actually on the circuit, especially when you get a low angle camera. But Charles Kellyman, usually one of the quickest drivers out on circuit, so let's ride on board with him then as he makes his way into turn 9. Pull the car back over to the right for turn 10. Then through 11, tight right-hand hairpin, and onto the start-finish straight. So Charles Kellyman, what will it be? 33.5 last time round. Across the line, 33.69. Not enough to improve. Just over a tenth shy of his previous best. Quite the cleanest run from Charles Kellyman into turn 1, into Fountain Corner. Should we call it Fountain Corner? What do you guys think? Is Fountain Corner or Fountain Roundabout? Roundabout Corner. Fountain Roundabout. Fountain Fountabout. So many options. So many options. Right, Michael Seal, whereabouts is he? He's just made his way through the final corner. Let's see what he can pull together in the background. I think that was the 22 of Andrew Jebsen diving on into the bits. Michael Seal in the Coco Pops car. He's just completed his hour lap, so he's starting his flying lap now. Let's actually set on board with a new driver, Cesare Rizzo. His first outing, at least since my time commentating here in the BSR Monday Night Master Cup. What can Cesare do? Cross the line, 33.408, pretty much identical to his previous best of a 33.416. "23 drivers tonight, which will make things a little bit easier for me when it comes to the entire commentary side of things. Steve Efford flinging his car in right now into the Fountain Roundabout. You know what? I think Fountain Corner. I'm gonna stick with Fountain Corner, you know. Down into turn 4. Careful on the throttle. Into turn 5. Quick little short shift. Understeers wide. Careful not to hit the arm curb barrier on the exit. A bit of understeer for Steve Efford, not exactly what he would have wanted. Currently finding himself 800ths behind Shane Pigger as he just scrapes the wall on the entry into turn 6. Through 7, pull the car back over to the left to make your way down into the hairpin of turn 8. It's a much quicker corner than it looks on corner entry. You can carry a lot of speed through turn 8. It does appear to be a tight hairpin, but you can carry a good amount of speed. So Steve Efford then. Into turn 10. And through the hairpin of turn 11, and then through this long right-hander of turn 12. All completely flat, of course, and Steve Efford will be getting a little bit of tow from the man ahead. Won't be a huge amount, but enough to make a little difference. Maybe, you know, a few hundreds, maybe even a tenth. Steve Efford, what will it be for him across the line? Never mind, I think that was his outlap. Peter Reed is in the pits. What about Johan Grimon? Current best of a 34.3. Through the final corner, second gear. Surprised that he doesn't drop it down into first gear for turn 11. Johan Grimon across the line. 135.3, a second off his current PB. What's Alan Toon pulling off? Ooh, running very wide into turn 9. Don't think you want to be taking that one in second gear, Alan. What about Charles Kellyman? Jez Banks. Okay, Jez Banks usually one of the quick drivers. On an outlap possibly here. Taking it very slowly, it seems. Never mind, he's backing out, so he's not happy. 3.5 minutes remaining of qualifying here at Long Beach. Steve Efford then, looking to either complete a lap or start a lap. 33.5 from Steve. No, never mind, I think that was just his outlap. So, Steve Efford, what can he pull off on his flying lap? You can see the back end squirming down into turn 1. Feed it into 2 and into roundabout, into Fountain Corner, pardon me. Now 4. Stays a little bit further away from that raised curve than what we've been seeing from most other drivers. Through turn 5, he does take a fair bit of curb through 5. But that curbing does look a lot smoother. Spot your braking point into 6, 200 meters. Get as close to the Armco as you dare. The same goes on exit. Pull the car back over to the left through turn 7. So you go down into turn 8. We talked about how much speed you can carry through here. To be honest, that right-hander kind of reminds me of the right-hander at Adelaide that used to lead onto the old back straight. You'd be able to, you know, cut a fair bit of curb, but obviously you can't. And I don't know, this entire Long Beach circuit gives me Adelaide vibes. Oh, skims the wall through turn 9. Probably the quickest way to take it, but in a race you don't want to be making those kind of mistakes. And Steve Efford, clearly, he's not happy with that lap, so he's going to start again. Takes a very wide line through the final corner to start his new lap. Remember, ladies and gents, make sure to get involved in the YouTube chat. Come say hi, let me know who you're here to support, even who you think is going to be able to take the win tonight. I'll tell you what, Kip Stevens is right behind Steve Efford. Kip Stevens in P3, Steve Efford down in P5. Oh, that is not what you want to do, Kip. He doesn't have enough time to reset to the pits and go out and do another outlap, so he's just going to have to bear with it, make it to the end of this lap and then start again. What about Ben Sharp? He needs to find a couple of tenths, 3 tenths, or 3.5 tenths to be a bit more precise, because that is the gap between him and the current provisional pole sitter, Adam Shepherd. A little bit of weaving coming through from Ben. That leads me to believe that this is not his flying lap. I tell you what, Shane Piggott is doing an absolutely fantastic job right now. Currently up in P4 on a 32.6. Oh, a lot of understeer. Yeah, that's damage on the car. I don't think Shane will be improving. Cesare Rizzo in the pits. Sam Smith also in the pits. What about Jez Banks? He's about to finish his lap. Pardon me, start his lap. I believe that is Michael Barry, or is that Alan Toon? I think that's Alan Toon. Yeah, Alan Toon. Can't blame Alan Toon. He was on a hot lap himself. Look at the pair of them just flying over the curb. Alan really running in high revs. Doesn't like to shift early. Was that a bit of frustration kicking in there for Jez Banks? Right, what's Ben Sharp doing? Ben Sharp in the pits. Steve Efford. Just under 2 minutes remaining of quali. Ralph Cullinan is on a lap, but so is Charles Kellyman. Let's see what Charles Kellyman's able to do. 33.5 is his current best time. Not able to improve. What about Ralph Cullinan? 33.4 right now. If he could just find a couple of tenths, that would take him up to P6. But nope, he's going to back out of this one. And I think that might very well be qualifying done and dusted pretty much. Andrew Jepson and Chris Slater both on hot laps. Andrew Jepson a little bit behind this man here, Chris Slater. About 10 seconds down the road. Right then, is Chris Slater in the pits? He is indeed. Andrew Jepson, he's backed out of his lap. So that, my friends, is the end of a qualifying. "50 minutes of qualifying here at Long Beach completed. And we will be getting underway for race 1 very shortly. Just give me 2 seconds. It's getting a little bit cold in my studio, so I'm just going to put on a jumper. Give me 2 seconds. It's one of those days where it's really cold, but because I have my PC in my room, my PC makes my room warm. But it makes it warm to the extent that being in a jumper is too hot. And having a jumper off is too cold. Let's be honest, we all know what that feels like. None of you guys try to pretend like you don't know about those feels. So, Adam Shepherd will be starting in pole. Ben Sharp, as promised, with his BSR liveried car in second place. Just getting a few revs picking up right now as drivers get impatient. It seems that everyone on a lot of the odd-numbered drivers are yet to log on in to jump in. That's Frosty's car of Kip Stevens jumping into the session. So, Adam Shepherd, Ben Sharp, front row of the grid. Kip Stevens, Shane Piggott, second row. Steve Hefford and Sam Smith, your third row of the grid. And the revs rise here at Long Beach, as the grid is now complete. Round 7 of the championship in the BSR Mazda Monday is underway, and it's a really good start coming through right there from Ben Sharp, and he's going to be able to get alongside Adam Shepherd on the run down into turn 1. It's an atrocious start from Adam Shepherd, who drops it down the order. That being said, it was a phenomenal start. Ben Sharp, will he be able to hold the lead round the outside and down into turn 1? It will require bravery, and is not the kind of bravery that Ben Sharp has right now. Adam Shepherd holds on to the lead here at Long Beach. You can hear cars scraping against the Armco, as in the background Kip Stevens has really dropped it back from this group. Oh, what was that? That was Sam Smith, and I think potentially Andrew Jepson that made contact. It was a number 19. It was Ralph Cullinan. Ralph Cullinan making contact with Sam Smith. Ralph Cullinan down the inner side. will be able to hold on to a position, has the 61 of Michael Seal up ahead, as Chris Slater in third place in this group. Getting a few people looking one way and then another. Here comes Jez Banks on Ralph Cullinan down the inside, but not quite late enough on the brakes. Are down into turn 9. Jez Banks looks to have got a pretty good exit in the 40-40 car. Tell you what, Steve Efford is right on the back of Kip Stevens as we start lap 2 of an estimated 10 here at Long Beach for race 19 of the championship, round 7 of the season. And Steve Efford will find a way past Kip Stevens. And now it's on Cesare Rizzo to find a way through. Let's ride on board into turn 4. A pair of them staying away from that race curve. 25, that is most certainly not the case, at least not for Cesare Rizzo. Now the run up into turn 6. Cesare Rizzo will get a much later apex, and he'll get a much better run as well. He's forced it back out of it ever so slightly. Kip Stevens will hold the inside. Cesare Rizzo looks for the outside. And again, Kip Stevens forced to take a slightly tighter entry into turn 8. Will this be the opportunity that Cesare Rizzo needs on the run now down into turn 9? And Cesare Rizzo is alongside. Can he get past the Frosty's car of Kip Stevens? And the answer is affirmative. Kip Stevens takes a whole lot of curb, and he finds a way back through. That felt a little bit like corner cutting from Kip Stevens, but to be honest, if he pulled it off, if the game's not telling him to give up time, good job, Kip. Background, you can see the 007 car of Jez Banks being hunted down by Charles Kellyman. As here comes Cesare Rizzo once again on Kip Stevens. The battle for P5. Cesare Rizzo will look to the inside for turn 1. Kip Stevens on the outside. Cesare Rizzo this time late enough on the brakes, and Cesare Rizzo will move ahead. But we've seen Kip Stevens come back before. This time though, I don't think he'll be able to, although he gets a really good run coming out of Fountain Corner into turn 4. Look at that back end from Cesare Rizzo, trying to push, trying just to get a little bit of distance between himself and Kip Stevens, as Steve Efford has already built up over a 1 second gap. But Cesare Rizzo, I think, has got the job done. Let's take a look further down behind now, because Charles Kellyman is closing on in to Jez Banks. Then you've got Ralph Cullinan in the red and white Mazda up ahead. Speaking of Ralph Cullinan, he seems to have got a decent run on Michael Seal. Not quite good enough as they make their way into turn 8. Ralph Cullinan definitely looks quicker than Michael Seal. At the moment, struggling to find a way through. Takes a lot of curb, scrapes the wall as a result. Not able to find a way through. Michael Walkman actually right now side by side. I think that's with Michael Barry. Michael Walkman will find a way through. Sorry, that's Thor Tuller. Wait, no, it's not. It is Michael Barry who's dropped behind Michael Walkman. Sorry, apologies for that. Still getting used to everyone's liveries. Here comes Ralph Cullinan on Jez Banks down the inside into turn 1. Is he far enough alongside? And the answer is a yes. Oh! That's a big contact. 4 drivers running right into the back of each other as Ralph Cullinan completely outbrake. Nowhere for Jez Banks to go. And I think it was Chris Slater who followed the trio in. Andrew Jepson got a little bit of damage from it. But Ralph Cullinan definitely not looking clever after that one. Must have just missed his braking point, missed his marker board, and gone 1 too late. Tell you what, Chris Slater's car is absolutely mashed up. That being said, his car still seems to be performing somewhat. Ralph Cullinan has a huge amount of damage. And he pulls to the inside. He's going to have to let all of these three pass. These three being Chris Slater, Andrew Jepson, and Michael Barry. Cesaro Rizzo right now pretty close to Kip Stevens. Within half a second. We saw Steve Hefford as up ahead. Was that Ben Sharp? Ben Sharp is into the pits. Oh, Ben Sharp, was that good start? Was that good start that Ben Sharp had at the start of the race? Was it a jump start? We talked about what an amazing start he had. And it was better than everyone else on the field. But more on that later because Jez Banks is on Michael Seal. Jez Banks in the 007 4040 car. And Michael Seal in the Coca Pops Mazda. And Michael Seal holds on to the position. Milk cereal always helps. There is a reason I have this name. For those of you tuning in, this is round 7, race 19 of the BSR Mazda Monday Championship. As that looks like Michael Seal has lost his left wing mirror, has just run that little bit wide. I tell you what, the Mazda looks better without a wing mirror. I'm going to be honest, like, for reals, guys. Let's take a look at this. I think the left-hand side of the car, i.e., you know, the right-hand side from our POV, looks better than the left-hand side. Would you guys not agree? Either way, Michael Seal, good job. Try to do that to the other side of your car. I think it'll help the aerodynamics. It'll make that car look nice and slick. Jamie Gulliford in the 25, closing in onto Thortalla. Jamie Gulliford having some damage on that front of his Mazda. No way, round the outside. Oh, he scrapes into the wall. Jamie Gulliford. That was a beautiful move around the outside of turn 10. But he had to earn it by touching the Armco on the inside of 11. Charles Kellyman into the pits as well. I wonder what has happened for Charles here. Is there damage on his car? Okay, yes, that's why Charles Kellyman is in the pits. I see Andrew's messaging in the chat. Andrew, aren't you driving? Oh. See, that's what happens when you message on the YouTube chat, Andrew. Well, that's one way for your front end to blow up. I'm not sure if there's a bit of desync coming in there for Andrew Jepson, but he's dropped down now to P15. Michael Seal behind Jez Banks. I think we brought this up earlier. Michael Waltman a further 1.7 seconds behind. Lap 6 of 10 here at Long Beach. And that is Ben Sharp right there. Is that Alan too? No, it's not. It's Ben Sharp lapping someone. Is that Aaron Kett potentially? No, Johan Grimon? Yes, it was Johan Grimon who has just been lapped by Ben Sharp. Now, Ben Sharp within 1.2 seconds of Thortalla. I think he's gained by about a second on this lap. And let's see that last lap time then from Ben Sharp. Thortalla. Well, we can't quite see what he's done. Ben Sharp's done a 33.1. So actually 3 seconds quicker than Thortalla. So Ben Sharp will be looking to get a move on pretty quickly. Jamie Gulliford in P9, 35.2. Michael Barry, 36.0. So Ben Sharp has a chance for, well, at least P8, maybe even higher up. First on the menu though, Thortalla. Down into turn 5. Much better exit for Ben Sharp. Will he be able to pull alongside? The answer is no. He's going to have to slot into the slipstream of Thortalla on the run. Late on the brakes from Ben Sharp. Down into turn 6, wasting no time at all. And Ben Sharp will gain 1 extra position. Thortalla has a little look, but the 99 car gets in the way as someone's really scraped the wall. Oh, that is a big, big one there. That's Jamie Gulliford, who has, I don't think he lost the back end. I think he hit the wall through turn 8, the inside wall through turn 8, and that's what's caused him to spin around. I am Andrew Jebson's son. Hello, Mr. Andrew Jebson Jr. How are you doing? Do you have any comments to make about your father's, let's say, okay drive? He's in P14 at the moment. I've seen him do better. I've seen him do worse so far. But I tell you what, this is a right battle that's about to occur. You've got Alan Toon right on the back of Peter Reid. Get full lock on that steering wheel. Oh no, Andrew Jebson, he's feeling the pressure, I think. He knows that we're watching him. He knows that his son's watching him, and you know, he's just scraping the wall right now. You know, trying to make some nice sounds so that we stop riding on board with him, I think. Adam Shepherd still leads from Shane Piggott. Steve Hefford in 3rd place. Ralph Collinen now having a look at Chris Slater. Slater covers him off. Down into turn 1. Ooh, Chris Slater running a little bit wide. This will give Ralph Collinen the chance at least to get nice and close to the Royal Air Force car. It's a good run. Ralph Collinen now on the outside will look for the slingshot out. Up ahead, that is Fiona Siddons and Michael Wortman having a right old ding-dong battle. 419 and the 44, Fiona Siddons. Fiona will get passed by Ralph Collinen, or pardon me, by Chris Slater around the outside as Ralph Collinen follows him through. Actually, Fiona Siddons, she's running an Irish Guinness car. No, a black Guinness car. Tell you what, Fiona Siddons is not quite done with this battle. Yes, she is. Never mind. I just want to see this livery. Summer Farms Estate. Oh yeah, Summer Farms Estate. Of course, yes. That is the livery that she usually uses. Charles Kellyman much further down the order than he would have liked. Alan Toon, 6/10 behind Andrew Jebson. How's Michael Seal doing? Still within half a second of Jez Banks. Jez Banks hasn't been able to pull away. Lap 9 of 10 here at Long Beach. Michael Seal within 4/10 of Jez Banks. Ben Sharp within 2 seconds of Michael Barry. Ben Sharp still has a chance for P7 after having to serve a drive-through penalty, I believe. So, as we are about to start the final lap of the race, this might be Michael Seal's best chance of finding a way through on Jez Banks. Far behind it to have a look down into turn 1, surely. These two are the closest two drivers out on circuit. And Michael Seal, can he find a way through? Let's ride on board down into Fountain Corner. Get so close to the walls at Long Beach. Effectively the Monaco of the BSR Mazda Championship. Oh, so close to scraping the wall there from Michael Seal. He is giving it absolutely everything on the last lap round. The pair of them set pretty much identical lap times as Michael Seal taps the wall on the entry into 6. He didn't quite get rid of his right side wing mirror. We'll let him off, I think. Michael Wortman within half a second of Alan Toon. Ben Sharp as well, closing in right now onto Michael Barry. We'll just wait for that right opportunity. He gets a really good run coming out of turn 8, and that is the job done. Ben Sharp will pass Michael Barry for P7. Michael Seal all over the rear end of Jez Banks through the final corner. Adam Shepherd has taken the win from Shane Piggott. Steve Efford, P3, Kip Stevens, P4. Jez Banks will take P5 ahead of Michael Seal. With Ben Sharp in P7, Michael Barry, P8, having lost that 7th place on the final lap. Not quite sure what happened there to Michael Barry. Peter Reid will come home in a solid P9. Andrew Jebson in P10. Michael Wortman will be able to hold off Alan Toon on the final lap of the race to come home in P11. Ralph Cullinan, P13. Chris Slater will take P14 from Fiona Siddons in P15. And then it is a big, big gap to Charles Kellyman, 12 seconds. Sam Smith down in P16. So, ladies and gents, I think on that note, it is time for something a little bit special, right? And I know everybody enjoys this part of the stream. Well, I hope you do, because you kind of got to get used to it, I think. So, it is a time for something that we like to call Spin the Wheel. And with 23 drivers on the grid, that means we will be spinning between P15 and P23. So, let's pull this up and let's spin that wheel. Before we head on into a break before the second race of the night, P16 is the grid reversal. So that means whoever finished in P16 will be starting the race first. And P16 was, let me just double check that for you, Charles Kellyman. So Charles Kellyman will be starting on pole. Fiona Siddons lining up alongside him on the front row. Chris Slater, P3. Ralph Cullinan, P4. Then Alan Toon, Michael Wortman, Andrew Jebson, Peter Reid. Michael Barry, Ben Sharp complete the top 10. We'll have Michael Seal, Jez Banks, Kip Stevens, Steve Efford, and Shane Piggott, Adam Shepherd before jumping down to Sam Smith and Jamie Gulliford with that one position shy of that rotation spot. But on that note, we will be heading into a short break, and when we're back, we will be bringing you the second race. Actually, no, we won't be, because we have a Mr. Adam Shepherd. Adam, another win for you. You made that one look a little bit easy.
Yeah, it was good. I knew I was fast from qualifying, so it's just a case of keeping it out the walls. Again, obviously slipstream is going to play a part, but it's hard to overtake here, I think. So it's just keep it out the walls. I knew I had kind of 2 or 3 attempts over Ben, so even with the slipstream, I thought I could just keep the gap and go from there, really.
Now, I'm not quite sure what happened to Ben. I'm assuming it was a jump start. Did you were you impressed by his start, because he was pretty much alongside you after about a couple of seconds?
Yeah, I don't think it was a jump start. I think he just got
Okay.
a very good start, and mine wasn't particularly that great. But I think he had he went in a bit deep and hit a wall, I think, on lap 3. So I think that's what happened.
Well, for the second race, we have a grid rotation around P16. You mentioned that it's difficult to overtake, so what's the aim for you?
I don't know really. It's the first time I've driven this track, so it might be easier to overtake than I'm expecting, but it doesn't look it. So I think just try and stay out of trouble, pick a few places off at the start, and then kind of work through slowly, really.
Okay. Well, Adam, best of luck, and we look forward to seeing you showing us how to overtake at this circuit.
Cheers. Bye.
All right. I do not see anybody else in the TV interview channel, so on that note, we will be heading into a short break, and we will be back in not too long, really, for the second round or second race of the night. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the show as we get ready for race 20 of the championship. We had race 19 earlier on today. Of course, this is round 7 of the BSR Mazda Monday Championship. So races 19, 20, and 21. Just waiting for warm-up to end before we jump on in to our second race of the evening. Grid reversal around P16. And that will surely make things a little bit spicy, to say the absolute least. We were speaking to Adam Shepherd not too long ago, and he reckons this is going to be a very difficult track to overtake at. Well, maybe he didn't quite say very difficult, but he said it would be a difficult circuit to overtake at. And he hopes that he can find a way to climb through the field, because, of course, he won the opening race of the evening. So he will be starting down in P16. Warm-up is over, and we are about to jump on in. Apparently it's a right lane and you must turn right. Well, we'll see about that. I believe Long Beach is in Miami. Welcome to Miami. I'm sorry. That Will Smith song just sometimes, every time it comes up, it just gets stuck in my head. I'm not going to say I'm a fan of it. It just gets stuck. Like, more stuck in my head than a kernel seed would get stuck in between my teeth. That's the level of stick that we're talking about. Well, the revs are rising here at Long Beach, and we are underway. It's a really good start in the background. I think that's Andrew Jebsen, who's on flying up the order as Michael Barry has dropped a little bit down. Take a look at Ben Sharp as well. He's having a look up the inside. Is that Michael Barry that he's alongside? It's the 954 of Peter Reed. What's happened to Michael Barry, I am not too sure. But Adam Shepherd down the inside, actually, of Ben Sharp. So Adam Shepherd has got the move done as quickly as you like, and has a little look at Andrew Jebsen as well, but we'll have to slot in behind, as that is Michael Wortman, who has binned it on the exit of the corner, and he will drop all the way down to P19 and last in the race. But Ben Sharp again finds himself behind Adam Shepherd, as that's the 44. We saw it's a wing mirror just skittering across the circuit. Ben Sharp has a little look. That is a Fiona Sidons in the 44. And Ben Sharp will have to look now for the outside down into turn 8. And he's able to pull it off. But take a look up ahead, because Ralph Cullinan is really on the tail of Chris Slater. Chris Slater will go defensive. Ralph Cullinan to the outside on the runner down into a turn 9. Ralph Cullinan taps the rear end ever so slightly of it. Chris Slater in the background. You can see Chris Slater's teammate Andrew Jebsen being hunted down by Adam Shepherd, and Adam Shepherd down the inside into the final corner. And that is a very late turn in. Andrew Jebsen should have seen Adam Shepherd there, but he turns across him nonetheless. I don't think that'll be any damage for either of them, but Ralph Cullinan will still be searching for a way through on Chris Slater, as Charles Cullinan just uses his opportunity to pull away as quickly as he can. And Charles Cullinan looking for his first win of the season in the background. Ben Sharp having a look down the inside into turn 1. And Ben Sharp will be able to follow Adam Shepherd through. Oh, that is a close. As Andrew Jebsen, he taps the outer wall, I think his wing mirror. We saw a little bit of blue bodywork falling off the car. And Andrew Jebsen now under pressure from Shane Piggott, who finished the opening race, I think it was in 2nd position. But here at Long Beach, this is, as we mentioned before, the Monaco of the Mazda Cup. And Shane Piggott down the inside. That's a late look. And Andrew Jebsen shuts the door regardless. Right, Shane Piggott, has he found the exit that he needs? He's close. Oh, this is late on the brakes. Has to get right up onto the curb to avoid running into the side of Andrew Jepson. What about Jez Banks? He's right on the back of Michael Barry and Fiona Siddons. This is the battle for P8. Both taking shallow lines down into turn 10. Oh, that's an accident up ahead. Let's see who has spun it around. That's Ralph Cullinan. Oh, just about reversing out of the way. And Jez Banks will take advantage of all of this to gain 3 positions in one corner. Of course, past the stricken car of Ralph Cullinan and sweeping past Fiona Siddons and Michael Barry. Great stuff coming through from Jez Banks, and Sam Smith wants a piece of the action as well in the 27 car. 3 abreast into turn 1 will never end well. Fiona Siddons slams the door shut, and Sam Smith turning a little bit across the Cocoa Pops car of Michael Seal. You can say it was a late move by Michael, but should Sam Smith have seen him coming, we'll leave that one to the stewards to decide. Either way, a lot of battling to say the very least. Jamie Gulliford right on the back of Fiona Siddons. We'll have a look down the inside now on the run into turn 8. Pulls off the move as well. Nice and cleanly too. Adam Shepherd, having got past Shane Pigott, is now closed in onto Chris Slater. Have a look down the inside into the final corner. Adam Shepherd wasting no time at all to carve his way through the field. And Adam Shepherd might be the first man of the season to take a hat-trick of wins. It's still early to call it, but we are only on lap 3 of 10. Lap 4 of 10, pardon me. And Adam Shepherd from P16, oh, that's contact between the two of them. But from P16 on the grid is up into 2nd position. And now just has to hunt down Charles Kellyman and find a way through to make it back-to-back wins. Michael Seal right on the back of Fiona Siddons. We saw Michael Seal making that contact with, I forget who it was now. I think it was with Sam Smith. You see Michael Seal's front left side of his car damaged as Fiona Siddons runs wide. Michael Seal searching for a way through. Will be able to get the better exit coming out of turn 5. Michael Seal will gain 1 position, moves up to P10. How's Michael Barry doing? Still on the back of Jez Banks. Jez Banks, who actually got past Michael Barry, courtesy of that incident with Ralph Cullinan when Ralph spun on the exit of turn 11. It seems that having got past Michael Barry, he's unable to really pull a gap. Michael Barry and Jamie Gulliford. We know Jamie Gulliford probably the quickest of all 3. Turn 11 seems to be the prime overtaking opportunity. Oh, Michael Barry had a look down the inside of Jez Banks. The door got slammed shut, had to jam on the brakes, and that allowed the number 19 of Jamie Gulliford to find a way through. See what Michael Waltman in the chat saying, I'm done with the Mondays. And, well, he is out of the race, so that is a shame to see. But Michael, I definitely did enjoy the livery. I believe it was the Frosty's livery for Michael Waltman. As what's this up ahead? There is a very slow car, and that was Aaron Kett, who is now retired as Jamie Gulliford. There's a little bit of a love affair with the wall on the exit of turn 4. As we see, I think that was Jez Banks really cutting through the apex of turn 5. Turn 6, Michael Barry right on the back of Jamie Gulliford, not giving him any chance, but look at this, Adam Shepherd for the lead, only lap of 5 of 10, barely halfway through the race, and Adam Shepherd down the inside into turn 9. Adam Shepherd leads again at Long Beach, and he has made it look absolutely easy. Ben Sharp well, you can see he's got some damage on the front left side of his car. Has had to push to try to find any way through. And he's done a good job up to P5, having started, I think it was down in about P12. But at the very least, I can see Ben Sharp finishing this one in P4. Just needs to find a way past the Royal Air Force car of Chris Later. Ben Sharp then, around the outside, heading into turn 6. Will he look for the switchback? The answer is yes, but is it a good enough of a switchback? There's Ben Sharp now outside for 8. Again, looks for another switcheroo. And this is where you need to get the exit. Out of turn 8 on the run down into turn 9. Chris Slater will go defensive. Ben Sharp looks to the outside. Lap 6 of 10 here at Longwood Beach, race 2 of the night. Round 7 of the BSR Mazda Monday Championship. Ben Sharp cannot get alongside. Through turn 10. Ben Sharp will look for the late apex. He gets an almighty. He gets the mother of all runs. And he tucks right in behind Andrew Jebsen. But is that enough? Pardon me, Chris Slater. Chris Slater shifting a little bit earlier than Ben Sharp. And that causes Ben Sharp to almost run into the side of him, but I think Ben Sharp will pull off the move. Pretty much side by side on the run down into turn 1. Chris Slater, how late does he go on the brakes? Fairly late, but is it too late? Chris Slater, good defending, holds on to P4 for that little bit longer. Ben Sharp still struggling to find a way through. Chris Slater might have just run a little bit wide coming out of turn 3. Ben Sharp is poking his nose in every nook and cranny he can find. Searching for a way through. But at the moment, he has not found any openings. In the background of this shot, you could see Andrew Jebsen further few seconds down the road. Shane Pigott, fastest man on circuit. 7/10 quicker than Charles Kellyman, and he's only 3/10 behind. Ben Sharp last time round 6/10 quicker than Chris Slater. It doesn't matter. Actually, this time it might. Again, Chris Slater goes defensive. Ben Sharp to the outside. The run down into turn 9. Ben Sharp, is he late enough on the brakes? The answer is a no. Chris Slater holds on to the position, but this time Ben Sharp gets the switch back around the outside of a turn 11. Ben Sharp will have the inside down into 12. And he has to pull the move off, but this time it's Chris Slater who finds a switch back out of the final corner. And Chris Slater is going to have to tuck in behind. Surely Chris Slater can't find a way back through. We'll look for the outside through the long sweeping right-hander on the run down into turn 1. Chris Slater has the inside. Ben Sharp should have covered off the inside, and Chris Slater will hold on to P4 again. Chris Slater stays ahead of Ben Sharp. And Ben Sharp will be kicking himself for not holding the inside, or I should say the outside. Gets a good run coming out of it 3. He just can't quite get alongside into 4. And Ben Sharp trying to pull his car back over to the left, gets a whole whip of oversteer. Lap 8 of 10 here at Long Beach. Ben Sharp knows what he needs to do. It's all about getting the run coming out of turn 8. Turn 6 here and 7, and 8 is next. And Ben Sharp again moves to the outside, looking for that better exit. Oh, that is clever. Real clever from Charles Kellyman. He parks it on the apex and says, Ben Sharp, go around the outside. Ben Sharp, not expecting it, runs right into the back of Chris Slater. Aggressive defending from Chris Slater, but I don't think unacceptable. And now Ben Sharp has to think, will Chris Slater park it on the apex next time round? Will he carry the momentum? Just one more thing for Ben Sharp to think about when he tries to find a way through for P4 here. Adam Shepherd, 3 seconds clear. See the 007 of Jez Banks right on the tail of Andrew Jebsen. Ben Sharp down the inside of turn 12. But this does mean that once again, Chris Slater has the inside for turn 1. Once again, Chris Slater late on the brakes. You can see the back end squirming as Chris Slater has braked too late. And this time, Chris Slater makes a mistake. And this time, Ben Sharp will be able to capitalize on it. And Ben Sharp kept on knocking on the door. Chris Slater kept on defending pretty much perfectly. But Chris Slater finally outbrakes himself into turn 1. And Ben Sharp will claim the position. Great stuff from Ben Sharp and Chris Slater. Great battle all round. Lap 9 of 10, penultimate lap of the race. This is really the final battle that we have going on. Shane Piggott was able to find a way through on Charles Kellyman earlier on. And now this is the battle for P7. Andrew Jepson from Jamie Gulliford. Pardon me, Jez Banks in P6 from Andrew Jepson and Jamie Gulliford. On to the final lap of the race. I tell you what, Michael Barry is actually closing in onto Alan Toon. But they're much, much further down the order. Currently making their way through turns 10 and 11. Ooh, Alan Toon just tapping the wall, and this is going to give Michael Barry a chance to come alongside. The two of them are teammates. Is that engine troubles right there for Alan Toon? I think it might be some engine troubles, actually. Doesn't sound very healthy. Jamie Gulliford still searching for a way through on Andrew Jepson up ahead. Who is that? I think that is Kip Stevens. Kip Stevens has not had a good drive, has not had a good race down in P16. Might start towards the front of the field for the next race. Now here comes Jamie Gulliford on Andrew Jepson. This might be his final chance to find a way through. Adam Shepherd will be claiming the win. Andrew Jepson, a good run through turn 9. Into turn 10. Adam Shepherd has taken the win. Shane Piggott will take P2. It will be Charles Kellyman in P3. Ben Sharp will take P4 ahead of Chris Slater. Jez Banks in P6. Sorry, Jez Banks in P6. Andrew Jepson P7. Jamie Gulliford in P8. Ralph Cullinan P9. And then Peter Reed will take a lonely P10. No man's land right now. Michael Barry will take P11, Alan Toon. P12 clearly sorted out whatever troubles he was having with his engine. And then Fiona Siddons only a few seconds behind. I do wonder if there were some engine issues for Alan Toon at the end. Something clearly happened through the final corner and when he was starting that final lap. Maybe just missed a gear. But Michael Steele will take P14. And that is all that she wrote for this race. Right. Okay then, lads. It is the time to head on back to the good old Wheel of Doom / Destiny. This time only 19 drivers, so it is between P15 and P19. So 1 out of 5, 20% chance. So let's do this one. P18 it is, As if it wasn't hard enough for Adam Shepard already. So, ladies and gents, on that note, I think we might be heading to a short break. I'll just give it a minute just in case a certain Adam Shepard decides to join us. Right, the final race of the night will be in about 10 minutes' time. And we do, once again, have Mr. Adam Shepard. So, Adam, was it easier or harder than you thought it would be to overtake?
Yeah, that went quite well. It was easier to overtake in places. I think I had a bit more front end than some of the people, so I could take a bit of a tighter line. So I was backing it up early, getting it turned in early to get the run on the way out. So yeah, that worked quite well.
Now, clearly you made it look a little bit too easy from P16, so I decided to make it a bit harder. So you're going to be starting P18 for the next race. Can you do it again?
Hope so. We've got the pace, so fingers crossed we get a clean start again. We can hopefully move up and go from there. Try and go for the win again.
Was there any chaos in the start for race 2?
No, it's quite good actually. It's all well behaved from where I was. So there was someone spun on lap one in front of me, and there was a little bit of contact between the three of us as a result of that. But other than that, it was all pretty good.
Okay, well, best of luck, Adam, then, starting from P18 in the next race. Let's see if you can be... I think you'd be the first person to pull off a triple win on the night.
Well, let's fingers crossed and give it a go.
All right, best of luck, Adam.
Yeah. Cheers. Thank you. Bye.
So, Mr. Adam Shepard will be looking for the Triple Crown, we can call it. Let's see if he can pull it off. But on that note, ladies and gents, we will be heading into a little break once again. And we will return with some more iRacing action in about 5 to 10 minutes' time. So stay tuned. All right then, ladies and gents, we are about to get underway for the final race of... I was about to say the final race of the year, but it's not the final race of the year. It is just the final race of the night. Race 21 here at round 7 of the BSR Master Monday Championship. And it's Sam Smith who lines up on pole from Aaron Kerr and Kip Stevens. Kip Stevens really has to be fancying his chances to take the win. But the revs are rising here at Long Beach. And we are racing for the third time tonight. Good start from Aaron Kepper. Look at Fiona Siddons in the background. She's got a decent start as well. It's a 2x2 in the battle for P3 and a P5 as Kip Stevens holds it on the outside on the runner down into turn 1. Oh, pardon me, holds it on the inside. He's got Thor Tuller on his outside, and Thor is going to try to hold it around the outside. Will scrape alongside the wall. How is our race winner from round 1 doing, Adam Shepherd? He's right in the thick of things, just trying to find a clean way through. Let's ride on board right now as 3 drivers getting really clumped up together. Big incidents happening. I think we just saw, I want to say that was Michael Barry in the wall as we make our way now into turn 5. The car's going sideways. Adam Shepherd pulls across and is able to avoid the spinning car of Shayna Pickett. 13, Chris Slater up ahead. Side by side right now with Jamie Gulliford. Jamie Gulliford on the outside. Will he hold it? He'll try. It's a good run. Contact with Adam Shepherd. And oh no, dearie, dearie me, more contact. Adam Shepherd. Well, the dream of a triple win on the night surely will not be happening. Sam Smith leads the way as Kip Stevens finds a way past on Aaron Kerr down the inside in the Frosties Mobile on the run down into turn 9. And that's very late on the brakes from Aaron Kerr, and he'll lose another position as Michael Seal flies past on the run now into turns 10 and 11. Aaron Kerr doesn't get a good run, gets yeeted up the backside by Peter Reid, and the 24 Ben Sharp gets squeezed out wide as Ralph Cullinan in the number 1 car, trying to take advantage of this side by side as we look to start lap 2 of the race. Lap 2 of 10. And Aaron Kerr is a man in P4. Ralph Cullinan gets a nice little draft. Ralph Cullinan trying to squeeze out the number 954 of Peter Reid. Peter Reid late on the brakes, but Ralph Cullinan just far enough ahead as Ben Sharp trying to find a way through. All contact between Ben and Mr. Reid. More contact, and now the 13 of Chris Slater will try to take advantage of Ben Sharp, but no, he's going to have to slot in behind. Adam Shepherd all the way down in P13 right now, involved in that little bit of contact between himself and Jamie Gulliford. Oh no, Ben Sharp's lost the back end. Oh, almost catches the number 9 of Thor Tuller. And the number 61, that's Michael Seal, has ended up in the wall. You can see Adam Shepherd in the 6th car having a look down the inside of Ben Sharp, and will be able to find a way through. Good stuff from Adam Shepherd as they fly past. That's Aaron Kerr who's dropped down the order now. Ben Sharp on the outside down into turn 8. Adam Shepherd holds on to the position. Look at this battle we've got up ahead. Andrew Jepson on the inside of Peter Reid. Chris Slater on the outside. How will this one end? It could end in tears. Peter Reid takes all the track that he can. Oh, that's big contact between himself and Chris Slater. And they're going to come back across the track. Big pile up through turn 11. Adam Shepherd involved in that, trying to spin his car around. We'll be hoping not to get collected by anyone. But Adam Shepherd's race has gone horribly wrong here at Long Beach for race 21 of the championship, race 3 of the night. Alan Toon and Ben Sharp battling right now for P7. Sam Smith leads away 6/10 ahead of Kip Stevens. Will move on to that battle shortly, but first off, Ben Sharp just slots in behind Alan Toon for now. Charles Kellyman a further 1.3 seconds up the road. Tell you what, Adam Shepherd, despite all the damage that he has, he's not giving up. He's got Jamie Gulliford right up ahead. These two came together slightly earlier on in the race. Down the inside of Peter Reid, they will both go. And Adam Shepherd will not be wanting to waste any time. This is now the battle for P11. Jamie Gulliford in the 11 car in P11. You can hear how much noise there is with people hitting the Armco as Adam Shepherd goes down the inside, and that is Charles Kellyman who has been there. Charles Kellyman down all the way down into P13, might drop down to P14 as Aaron Kett will look to go down his inside. Shane Picker close to Ben Sharp, who's still on the back of Alan Toon. Ben Sharp tucked right in behind Alan Toon then. As we start lap 4 of 10 here at Long Beach. Ben Sharp knows how difficult it is to overtake. He spent a long time, as that is Alan Toon late on the brakes. Ben Sharp carries a lot of speed through the corner, and Ben Sharp finds a way through down into Fountain Corner. Ben Sharp, that was beautiful. That deserves a pat on the back. That is my overtake of the night without a question. Did you see the speed Ben Sharp carried through turn 1? Alan Toon barely had any time to react to it. Now Shane Piggott going to have a look down the inside of Alan Toon. Down the inside into turn 6. Through 7. And Shane Piggott now on the outside for 8. Will he look for the switchback? Of course he will. Side by side between the pair of them. Shane Piggott on the outside down into turn 9. Gets the job done. Up ahead, look at this. Ben Sharp not wasting any time round the outside of a turn 10. Inside for 11. Ben Sharp moves up into P6. Michael Seal next up for him. Scrapes the wall on exit. But look at this. Adam Shepherd has caught right back up to this group. Is there no damage for Adam Shepherd? I don't know. Because his car certainly looks damaged, but he is flying nonetheless. A 34.8 last time round, a second off the leaders, but considering that he's busy overtaking, that is not bad at all. 34.1 last time round for Adam Shepherd. I think that makes him the 3rd fastest man on the track after Sam Smith and Kip Stevens. Adam Shepherd can, make his way up to something like P6. That would be an incredible comeback drive for him. But he gets a really good exit on Alan Toon. He talked about this in the interview. He said he just seems to have so much more front-end grip, and he's just able to take the tight lines, and that's exactly what you're seeing there. Adam Shepherd up into P9. Ben Sharp hot on the heels of the Cocoa Pops of Michael Seal-Mobile. Michael Seal clatters into the wall on the exit of turn 8. Not gonna lie, I really am rooting for Adam Shepherd right now. Ben Sharp down the inside of Michael Seal and up into P5. Andrew Jebson 8 seconds up the road. I think Ben Sharp might just have to be content with a P5 result here. Shane Piggott right on the back of this group. As Adam Shepherd, pardon me, I think Thor Tullo's made a mistake. He's dropped 2 positions, but anyway, eyes on Shane Piggott, who's on the back of Michael Seal, outside of the final corner, which will mean he'll have the inside down towards the turn 1. Shane Piggott will be able to pull off the move. Going to get pushed along just a little bit by Michael Seal. I'm sure Shane Piggott will be looking for that P5 spot. Kip Stevens is unable to really get close to Sam Smith right now. 2 tenths quicker on the last lap. Is that damage on Kip Stevens' car? I just want to take a look at the rear chase. That looks like he's really smashed into a wall. And I don't think there was damage on the car before, so Kip Stevens Oh, look at that. He is really, really smashed into a wall. I think he's hit the front left side. That's why the left-hand side of his car is just bouncing that bit more. The right-hand side from our POV. Oh, that was wide from Michael Seal in the background. Adam Shepherd 2.3 seconds behind these three. Oh, Shane Pigott has been collected. That is not very friendly right there from Michael Seal. And Shane Pigott will be absolutely furious with that. I think that might have just been a case of Michael Seal just being a little bit too late on the brakes. Maybe nowhere to go, and as a result just had to run into the back end of Shane Pigott. So your top two from race one, not having a good time of things here in race 3. Adam Shepherd down in P7. And Shane Pigott down in P8. Oh, that is a big one from Michael Seal. Adam Shepherd, don't hit him. And thankfully, Adam Shepherd will not make contact. Shane Pigott will fly through, and Shane Pigott will be saying karma, as well as maybe outstretching a certain finger in his direction. Kip Stevens has... what has happened here? What has happened to our previous race leader? Because Ralph Cullinan is now in the lead. I'm trying to remember who was leading now. Was it? It was Charles Kellyman, wasn't it? Or was it Ralph Cullinan? No, it was Sam Smith. So something has happened to Sam Smith here. Oh, he has really smashed up his car. And you can see Andrew Jebsen flying through a lot more speed. So Sam Smith has smashed his car into a wall. Kip Stevens struggling as well. So all of a sudden, Andrew Jebsen now up into P2. And Ben Sharp all of a sudden has a huge, huge chance of P3. I think Adam Shepherd will actually end up coming home in P4. And what this could have been for Adam Shepherd if he wasn't involved in a lap 1 incident. Just shows in the reverse grid races, you just have to keep it clean. Tell you what, Ben Sharp is leaving a lot of paint on the wall. Ben Sharp, 33.2 fastest man on circuit. Sam Smith at 33.4 last time round. Kip Stevens at 39.9. Ralph Cullinan at 36.7. Ben Sharp could win this. Because Sam Smith and Kip Stevens are definitely slow on a straight line. We're on lap 8 out of 10. You can see Ralph Cullinan in the distance. All comes down to this current lap. Ralph Cullinan, how quick is he currently going? Ben Sharp, I think, will be getting past the pair of these two. Probably actually down into turn 11. He might be able to do it because he's already on the back right now of Sam Smith. He'll go down the inside into turn 10. One dispatched. Can't quite take Kip Stevens straight away. Oh! Actually, wait, never mind. That was Sam Smith who yeeted into the wall. Yeah, you can see there's issues with Kip Stevens' toe. He's struggling to keep that car pointed in a straight line. Actually, let's just ride on board with Kip Stevens. I just want to demonstrate. Is he struggling? Not really, so clearly I got ahead of myself with that analysis. Well, Adam Shepherd can now firmly see Sam Smith and Kip Stevens in his sights. Ralph Cullinan, 34.6 last time round. Ben Sharp, 34.3. We know he could go quicker, but just doesn't have the opportunity. So I think this will be Ralph Cullinan from Andrew Jebsen. Ben Sharp next. Here comes Adam Shepherd down the inside of Mr. Sam Smith into turn 6, and he'll pull it off. So Adam Shepherd past Kip Stevens as well. Ooh, a bit of contact. Don't want to be doing that one, Adam. And actually, Sam Smith will try to follow through. Can he find the switch back? Oh, so close to the wall on the exit of turn 8. Did I hear a big smash? I did. That's Ralph Cullinan. Ralph Cullinan has bottled it on the penultimate lap of the race. Ben Sharp now all of a sudden has P2 in his sights. Oh, contact between the pair of them. Ralph Cullinan gets spun round. And there's Adam Shepherd. And Adam Shepherd will fly through. All of a sudden, Adam Shepherd is up to P3. If Andrew Jebsen makes a mistake on this last lap, Adam Shepherd could still win this one. Sam Smith on the tail of Kip Stevens as well. Adam Shepherd has one lap to find a way through on Ben Sharp. Oh, it's so close between these three. Oh, that is a big cut right there from Kip Stevens. Shane Piggott will just be wanting this to fall his way. Looks for the switchback. Sam Smith and Kip Stevens side by side now, down into turn 5. Kip Stevens on the outside in the Frosties car, the optical car. That is for Sam Smith. And Shane Piggott is going to find a way through down the inside, actually. What a move. Shane Piggott gains one more position. That's Fiona Siddons up ahead. As Sam Smith and Kip Stevens still side by side. Kip Stevens on the inside, or pardon me, on the outside. Oh, more contact between the two of them. And again, Kip Stevens turning across. Sam Smith and Kip Stevens ends up in the wall. And where's Charles Kellyman in all of this? He's coming through. He's going to be able to pick up P6 right here. And indeed he will. So Andrew Jebsen then, through the final corner, will win his first ever race, I think, in the BSR Mazda Monday Winter Cup. Ben Sharp takes P2 from Adam Shepherd. Then it will be Shane Piggott down in P4. Sam Smith in P5. Charles Kellyman will come around the final corner to claim a lonely P6. Kip Stevens down in P7. What could have been for him if it wasn't for that mistake? He had a win pretty much in the bag. Ralph Cullinan also had a win. Penultimate lap of the race, yeeting into a wall. Thor Tuller, P9, and Aaron Kett will finish in P10. Peter Reid, Jamie Gulliford, P11 and 12. Actually, it might be a bit of a drag to the line between the pair of them. Jamie Gulliford will take P11, I think, just about. Yeah, by a tenth of a second, Jamie Gulliford takes the position over Peter Reid. Michael Barry, P13. Fiona Siddons has retired, so Alan Toon will come home as a final finisher in P14, I think. Should jump ahead of Fiona Siddons, who I believe will be retired in the pits. But there we go. Hey, Volcanic, how you doing? Isn't it like 5 a.m. over in the land down under? But how you doing, mate? So, thanks for stopping by. All right, then. That is everything from here tonight. Now, if someone joins TV interview, I'll do one interview, but I am very hungry, and there is pizza waiting for me. So, you guys kind of get a pizza, right? But yeah, great racing tonight, and I think that is all that we do have time for. Thank you, everyone, so much for tuning in. It has been a pleasure to bring you BSR Round 7 of the Mazda Monday Championship. We'll be back next week, same time, Monday evening, for Round 8. So that is races 22, 23, and 24 at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. And as I say that, we do have a certain Adam Shepherd in the commentary booth with us. Adam, so close, you almost pulled it off.
I know. Considering the race that I had, I'm pleased with third. I got spun round, got smashed. I had a real damaged car and crashed myself because I wasn't expecting how bad it was. So it was to come back through to third. I think I was a bit fortunate.
Yeah, a lot of incidents, and it seemed that a lot more people struggling in the darkness. Did you find it difficult to kind of navigate around the circuit?
I didn't notice the dark at all here. To be fair, I thought it was quite okay for me. Um, it was more just the damage that I had for me. But yeah, the darkness wasn't a problem for me.
I mean, you'd think, considering it's a street circuit, they'd have some really good night lights out there, right?
Yes, I think I wasn't paying too much attention, but assume it must have been lit up by some street lights because I normally notice the dark quite a bit, but here it just kind of felt natural. So
Well, you lucky so and so, because I was commentating that it was like pitch black. I could just see headlights. I think at the start of sector one there was lighting, but in the final sector it was just completely black.
oh,
Um,
okay, no, it wasn't that bad on board.
well, um, in hindsight, Adam, do you think you could have picked up the win if maybe you had played things a bit more cautious on that opening couple of laps?
Yeah, there is that. I think it's swings and roundabouts, though. You might not have won the others if you didn't drive how you drove. So
Yeah.
I'm always attack. I don't really sit about much. So it works sometimes. It doesn't work others. So it's just the way the last race felt, really.
Well, next week is Spa. That's definitely a circuit where you can overtake. Could we hope to see to see the triple win there?
Oh, it's going to be hard with all that tow. I'll give it a go. I like Spa. So yeah, fingers crossed. I hope one day it's possible.
Well, I mean, if you could do it here, maybe with a slightly smaller grid for next time, then or with a similarly sized grid, I think you can pull it off.
Yeah. Yes, we'll give it a good go. Fingers
All right.
crossed.
Well, Adam, thanks for joining me once again, and best of luck next week.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye.
Right, that was Adam Shepherd who joined us for the third time, sadly only able to manage P3. But again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't already, do make sure to follow me on Twitter at MilkySerial73 to stay up to date with all of my commentary works, whether that is sim racing or on other esports. And of course, do leave a follow here. There's going to be more content coming out on YouTube from live streams to videos as well. So do stay up to date with all of that. But yeah, I've been your host, Yusuf Milky Serial Bin Sahel. It's been a pleasure to bring you tonight's action. And I'll catch all of you guys next week. So